So in this video, we're going to do just 3 things. I'm going to tell you what VBar Style is, I'm going to show you what it looks like in flight, and then I'm going to explain to you how you can figure out your style. Let's go. Right, so what is VBar Style? Basically, it's the ratio between your P gain and your D gain. So you have gain in your main rotor menu, but that is not your P gain, that's actually an overall gain, and you've got a bunch of ratios going on in the background. And what Style allows you to do is it'll change the ratio between the P and the D. So if you up your style, basically what happens is your D gain will go up, and then obviously your P gain, relative P gain will come down, and it makes the model follow the sticks more precisely. So they describe that as being robotic. And if you change the style, if you lower the style, what happens is your D gain gets lowered, your P gain goes up, and then it becomes a bit more, well, they call it vivid, but it's often described as being loose. And what you'll find is that a low style, sometimes the model can overshoot or undershoot, whereas with a high style, it'll just follow the sticks. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in flight, and then we'll go into a later section where I'll actually show you how to find the best style for you. So what does VBar Style look like in the air? So the best maneuver that I found to check your VBar Style is a 4-pointed flip. So we're going to do a couple of those, and we're going to change the style from really high to really low, and we're going to see what difference it makes. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into style main rotor, and I'm going to change the style to 120, which is the maximum you can get on the VControl touch. If we do the 4-point flips now. Okay, so you probably can't see this, but what it feels like to me, it just feels a little slower to accelerate, and it feels like I'm managing the helicopter. So as I kind of get to the top, it feels like I'm really having to manage that stop. You know, put a lot of effort into controlling it, and it just doesn't seem to have the acceleration and the stop that I'm looking for. So I guess this is what they call it. They call robotic. You can make those really aggressive. Okay, so let's go and change the style down to 10. Main rotor style 10. So this is the equivalent of lowering the D gain and increasing the P gain. Okay, so what you're trying to do here is you're trying to get it to go vertical, stop absolutely vertical, and then stop absolutely horizontal. And what I'm finding is that it's got nice acceleration, but it doesn't, sometimes it seems to overshoot just a little bit. It's almost like it's just not quite as precise. It's got a nice feel, but when I'm trying to hit that vertical, absolutely vertical, it doesn't seem to do it. It just sometimes seems to just shoot a little, overshoot just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to change my style back to 50, which is what I prefer, and then we'll do the same exercise again. This immediately feels more comfortable to me. I feel I can stop, the model stops exactly where I tell it to stop. It's a lot more accurate. And every time it's stopping exactly where I want it to stop. So let's go on to the next section. So how do you find the style that's right for you? So in that maneuver, the 4-pointed flip, sometimes I felt it was overshooting, and sometimes I felt it was just a little bit too, I was having to manage it too much. So what you need to do is you need to play with the various amounts of style. And what you're looking for is you're looking for it to feel really natural. It mustn't feel like you are working hard at getting to hit the vertical and then getting to hit the horizontal. It must actually feel like when you've, you know, sometimes when you've been on the sim and it's just, you can stop it exactly where you want it, and you don't have any other thoughts going on in your head about what am I going to have to do, or do I have to plan ahead to hit that point perfectly? You want to get it to the stage where it's accelerating nicely. So if you've ever got to dig yourself out of a hole, it's kind of quick enough to do that. But you don't want it getting away from you either. So you want it to get to the point where it just feels right. And I mean, I know that's really ambiguous, and that's what everyone says, that you just have to go and play with it. But there is a point in the style where it will just feel right, where it's easy to stop vertically, it's easy to stop horizontally, exactly where you want it. And that's what you need to play with, and that's what you need to look for. Until next time.